Skelly Field, H.A. Chapman Stadium in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's week 11 of this college football season, and our coverage on EA Sports continues. It's the Florida Atlantic Owls and the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Hey guys, I caught up with the Tulsa head coach before the game. He understands coming off that emotional upset win against the #1 team in the country last week could add a lot of fuel to their fire, but he does not want them focused on that. If they're focused on what they did last week, they won't be locked in and do their job this week. Worry about yourself is the advice that this team got from their head coach this week. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Florida Atlantic about to put toe to leather and get this thing started. On the return, it's Tees. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking to pass, it's Hayes. Oh, pressure's coming. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And the defense comes out on the very first play of the game on the road, and they bring the energy, and they get the sack. They came into this one on fire, ready to go, and that is a statement early.
The Golden Hurricane way behind the chains here on second down. Holds on, it's Jones. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. And not the optimum setup to try to salvage the opening drive with a 3rd and long. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend.
I mean, you talk about coming out as a defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick 6 on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
From deep, it's Tees. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Handoff to the single running back. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Hayes. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
made plays to start for this offense. Takes the handoff. It's Bernard. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly. Handoff from the shotgun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bernard. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Turns it upfield. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Well, on that third down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after the catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier in bounds and getting him down, now setting up fourth.
Florida Atlantic tries to move the chains on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Touchdown, Owls! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Great execution on offense, and you know you're expecting man coverage in this area of the field, down close to the line of scrimmage, so the receiver has got to be able to win one-on-one, and he did just that on that TD.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass.
Number 41 set to kick off.
He'll bring it out. It's Keys. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Tulsa will start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Turning it on. And after the turnover out of bounds at the 12 to set up this offense.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
It's inside. It's Bernard. Jumped on top of the pile.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
That just could not have gone any worse for the offense, guys. Not only are you dropping the ball on 4th down, you dropped a touchdown. That should be 6 on the board. You need players to step up and make plays in those types of situations. That's the kind of play that could lose you this game.
All right, guys, so Florida Atlantic has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. Just feeds the running back. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Making the adjustment. Needs it here on 4th down. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just...
And the ball's out, and they're after it. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
2nd down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Moves the pocket, it's Hayes. Out wide left, it's Jones. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. They've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Right back to the well. Just smothered on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The Golden Hurricane needing a big play to keep this drive going. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. So here comes the Florida Atlantic offense ready to go to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Running inside, it's Bernard. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll ride him again. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Driving forward, it's Farrell. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. And the Owls will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Hayes. He'll pull it down and run. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wants to throw on 1st. And they're not on the same page there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here, it'd make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Back's got it on the screen. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The run inside. It's Jones. Got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice game. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami taking on the Duke Blue Devils. And it's the Hurricanes looking to deliver in a big way today to get to 8-2. I know those 2 hiccups did not sit well with this team. Hopefully now they can close out the season in style. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten.
Wide receiver going in motion. He'll start this 3rd quarter with a run. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Jones. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Hayes. Good job just to get rid of that one.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not...
And he's thrown another interception. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. The short hands, it's Messer. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bernard. At the 20, he's got space. Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And the stomping has commenced. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And when you run these screenplays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
He'll bring it out. It's Tease. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Back to throw, it's Hayes. He wants to go deep. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a crease, it's Bernard. Knocked down immediately.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Second down, gonna throw it. Left side is Holloway. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Got it. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Florida Atlantic races to the line. Out wide right, it's Johnson. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll test the right side. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Tulsa is third down.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Push is ahead. Touchdown, Owls! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive.
34, Tulsa 0.
Deep in the end zone, it's Tease. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Hey, man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Fights off the defender. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath him so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Right side, it's Jones. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Quick give. It's Jones. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent 3rd down defense, and 4th down's coming up. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in as the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Snaps it, and he has to have it. They're all over him. Out wide right, it's Singleton. And a sure tackle after the completion, and he stopped short.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
From the gun, it's Bernard. Powers through the defender. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
With the catch, it's Messer. At the 35, he's open. Oh, he found a space up. Touchdown, Owls. He got a step and just dusted the field. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out.
Tulsa, 0.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Tees. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Golden Hurricane offense, ready to get this drive underway. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Looking downfield, it's Hayes. Grabbed over the middle, it's Singleton. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
This has been a frustrating day. They haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Well, that's 3 throws on this drive and 3 completions and 3 first downs. And it's funny, talking to the offensive coordinator during the week, he said, hey, if my head coach would let me do it, I'd throw the ball 100 times a game. I wouldn't even run it because of how much I trust this quarterback to do the right thing. And that's exactly what's happening on this drive.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He makes the catch. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Tulsa wasting no time. Calls his own number. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's got it on the run. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tulsa. On to attempt the try. Splits those uprights right in half. So a drive there of 84 yards. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, Dave.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Right down the middle. Another incompletion on third down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He's going for it all. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Second and long here. Quarterback changing the play. Scanning the field is Hayes. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Looking down the middle. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. Hit as he throws.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
The give as they work on that clock.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Third and long coming up. Handoff again. Hard running there. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Looking for a crease to the left. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. And off to Jones. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Tulsa wasting no time. To throw, it's Hayes. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. Offense in the hurry-up. Pulls it, trying to get in the corner.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
The fake wants to throw. Intercepted to stop the threat. There he goes. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Straight ahead, it's Bernard. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. They've got it at the 41. 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Looking to throw for it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes a deep grab. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Looking to throw. He makes the grab in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. I don't think it would have killed them to kick it there. Try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
They're like the kid at the playground that just does not want to share their ball with anybody else and play in the sandbox. They've got a crazy lead, and still, head coach decides to go out, onside kick. They get it, and they maintain with possession. It's crazy.
Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. The Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, going to throw it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in.
Gonna take a shot. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.